good. Oh, I'm live already. I didn't even get my sip of tea yet. What is up, all you beautiful people out there? All you happy harpists. It is Friday once again. And the work week, it seemed long. It's time to work on some more. Hey, Cooper Lasso, what's up, dudes? Michael Janoka, what's going on? What is y'all doing? Getting ready to do playing some Warchang. Got some cool Warchang in the mail. I haven't done finished the unboxing video. I shot part of the video earlier of me unboxing them, and then tonight I'm going to play around on them and then review them in the morning, do some close-ups. But there's all sorts of enjoying my Friday too. I got some steel ones and some gnarly looking brass ones, and I'm going to work on my Warchang skills tonight. Man, that's some doing a little bit of work on this iron one I got in. One of my favorites of the ones I got in. It's the rhombus shape. It has some little designs on here. All the iron ones are a little rough, but this one's a definite player. And it sits absolutely flat. It won't draw start by itself. So, like moving good harps, you got to move it forward. But yeah, good player. What was this? Oh yeah, this other one. These are made by a dude in Rajasthan. I'm probably mispronouncing Rajasthan in India, named Rekaram. A little bit rougher of a harp, but definite player. These are made, I believe, by Gorkaram. This one here, much better fit and finish. We see it's got all sorts of little engravings on there. Slightly recurved trigger. On both the Gorkaram harps I had, this one and the mustache, it sits a little bit forward, so it makes it really easy to draw start. It's not 100% aligned, but man, for draw starting, you just sip it all day. Easy draw starter there, like that one. But yeah, I had to do a ton of work to these when I first got them. I was talking to Neptune Chapotin. I'm going to pronounce it as Chapotin, but it's actually Chapota from India, another member of the North American Jaw Harpists. And he was saying that in Rajasthan, these harps all came unoiled, and they all had like a real light coating of rust. That it took me, between 8 harps, it took me probably an hour to get that worked off there with oil and a rag and washing them and everything. I think in Rajasthan, it's so dry they don't really have a concept of the way metal rusts. It comes here to the United States, it's traveling through many different states, some of which are very wet. So one thing to consider if you're ever ordering harps straight out of India, they may show up kind of rusted because they don't know back to rust in certain parts. There's that other Gorka Ram, and I'm going to be doing for next weekend. I'm going to have a video of unboxing these and like close-ups, detailed close-ups with the extra special camera. I believe this one's called the mustache. Looks like a little mustache. Pretty precise, but if my technique's not on point, I get a little bit of clicking out of it. Kind of an adjustment to make. It's got a really recurved trigger. I think I'm going to take it. I'm going to adjust that out on some of the other harps. I did minor adjustments to them. Harp logo was one of these. Got a couple iron ones that look like that there. Which one was it I adjusted? It was, oh yeah, it was this one. It's playing good now. It just, when I first got it, on the back side of the harp, one end was raised up a little bit, and that really throws your sound. As Jaw harps, as we know it, they make clicks as the trigger passes the deck. Well, if one of them is slightly out of time, the Jaw harp, the reed makes a click on one side, out of time with the other, so those clicks work against each other. It creates unwanted frequencies, and I alleviated that in this one. And she's singing pretty good now. When I first got it, it wasn't hard. It wasn't singing nearly like that. So I'm going to keep that in mind with some makers. When I order from India, I may have to make minor adjustments because I'm kind of a perfectionist on alignment. When you have a harp, and most often if you get a harp and the sound's a little fuzzy or it's not as loud as it needs to be, it's misaligned on this back plane. There are about 4 planes I know of on the harp. The first is being correct and true along the decks this way. The second is making sure that your reed here lines up on this plane flat with your decks. If it's at an angle, your deck need to be offset to do that. And then, oh yeah, and then trigger alignment, you want to trigger that's sitting, that's not a very good example. That's sitting good and I can't hardly hold it straight. That's sitting good and perpendicular. And the other one is the decks. As you make your bends on the backs, they can be upward a little bit. And I'm going to be doing in the future here some videos on more complete harp builds. I'm going to break it down and into like 5-10 minute videos instead of doing like a 1 hour harp build, and kind of where I'm sitting with my harp building and the things that I've learned, because just in the past couple of weeks I've learned quite a bit in making harps. And I'm also making some tune harps. I got some harps I'm going to be firing in the oven tonight. I got an A sharp, and a B. So that's what I'm going to be working toward in my harps is. And I'll just go ahead and show a couple of them. Where them harps be at? I've been working on these. Were the untuned ones. The tuned ones are still yet to be fired. Here's a couple of tuned ones. They're not yet tempered, not yet heat treated. And I'm doing a little bit different of a design on some of these. I attempted this exact pattern, this exact design back in, was it March? Maybe, yeah, March or April, and I couldn't pull it off. Here's one of them. Here's 2 finished harps. These are the untuned ones. These 3 that I just showed are the tuned ones, but I'm blathering again. I tend to do that. Take a listen at this one. This is an untuned one. And learning a lot about alignment. This one actually, somebody already claimed this guy right here. So that one's going to be getting shipped off when I get back from being out and about and visiting family. Because this Labor Day weekend here, this one hasn't been claimed yet. Same old pattern, got some filings on it. And I've been doing this with all my new harps. I've been doing more of the oblong trigger style. Because as we know, let's see if I can get to focus on that trigger style there. Because I've noticed that lots of Americans like to play harps outward, and big ball loop triggers aren't very good for that, and they're not very safe because your finger can catch on them, pull the harp away, and slap you right in the teeth. So all my new harps, some of my harps in the past, I apologize, they haven't played the best outward because I don't do a ton of outward playing. Well, now I'm growing into my harp builds and I'm getting better at it, so they now play very good outward as well. So that's something I've been growing into, developing harps that play well outward, because a lot of harps don't play well outward, and I want my harps to play good inward, good outward. Here's this one outward. Yeah, but blah, 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 it's me rambling again. And anybody, I've been working down my list. Anybody's interested in this harp, it's not tuned, but she hits gnarly. But back to the more chain. Got so many harps. If you look here, I've got more harps up on the wall, more harps to come. We're gonna be ankle deep in harps before we know it. And this big one here.